Yes, I do, every day. At Grace,
Don't be sarcastic.
At Grace at dinner, I thank you, my children thank you, because we have a good life.
Fate and fame have a curious way of interweaving, and for one young boy, the adoption by Sandra Bullock 14 years ago was the start of a life-changing journey. Bardo Bullock would have been lost to obscurity if not for the actress's generous act of kindness. Join us as we explore what Louis's life looks like at the moment. Louie Bullock's present life. Louie Bullock is currently 14 years old, and he has largely been kept out of the public spotlight to facilitate a typical upbringing. At this stage in his life, Louis is navigating the complexities of adolescence under the vigilant yet protective care of his mother, Sandra Bullock. She has implemented various strategies to shield him from the early pressures associated with Hollywood, ensuring that he can experience the trials and tribulations of growing up without the added burden of fame. A significant aspect of Louis's life is the normalcy that Sandra has diligently worked to preserve for him. Despite her status as a high-profile celebrity, she has successfully kept both Louis and his younger sister, Layla, away from the media's gaze. This intentional effort to maintain their privacy is a proof of Sandra's commitment to her children's well-being. In various interviews, she has emphasized that her children are her foremost priority, asserting that her life revolves around them. This dedication is evident in the way she navigates her career, while ensuring that her family remains shielded from the often intrusive nature of celebrity culture. Residing in Los Angeles, Louis is nurtured in a loving environment that is far removed from the chaotic world of paparazzi and media frenzy. Sandra's careful management of their public presence allows her children to grow up in a space where they can explore their identities and interests without the constant scrutiny that often accompanies the lives of children in the spotlight. This protective bubble has afforded Louis the opportunity to develop friendships, pursue hobbies, and engage in typical adolescent experiences, all while enjoying the security of a stable home life. Sandra Bullock's intentional choice to maintain the privacy of her family life has been instrumental in allowing Louis to grow up without the burdens typically associated with public scrutiny. Although he may not be seen on red carpets or featured in magazines, those familiar with the family attest that he is enjoying a childhood characterized by love, security, and, most importantly, a sense of normalcy. Friends and family describe him as a grounded and well-adjusted teenager who, despite his mother's fame, is able to navigate the challenges of adolescence with resilience and confidence. As Louis continues to mature, the values instilled in him by Sandra will undoubtedly shape the person he becomes. With a mother who prioritizes his happiness and well-being above all else, Louie Bullock is ready to embrace the future with a strong sense of self, free from the pressures that often accompany a life in the public eye. In a recent interview, Sandra shared her insights about her son Louis, highlighting his remarkable sense of responsibility and the seriousness with which he approaches his role as Layla's older brother. This sense of duty is evident in the protective and nurturing qualities he displays, as he naturally takes on the role of a caregiver within their family dynamic. His commitment to looking after Layla not only showcases his maturity, but also reflects the values instilled in him by his family. While Sandra did not reveal specific details about Louis's hobbies, she did offer some intriguing glimpses into his interests. She emphasized that Louis possesses a genuine passion for learning and an innate curiosity about the world around him. This thirst for knowledge suggests that he is not just a passive observer, but an active participant in his own intellectual growth. Although he has yet to engage in any public activities or projects that would showcase his talents, it is clear that Sandra has been instrumental in nurturing his intellectual development, providing him with opportunities to explore and expand his horizons. Given Louis's reflective and thoughtful nature, it would not be surprising if he excels in his academic endeavors. His ability to think deeply and critically about various subjects could serve him well in a school environment, where such skills are highly valued. In addition to his academic pursuits, Louis also enjoys a variety of leisure activities, particularly outdoor adventures with his family. Sandra has been seen actively engaging her children in nature walks, bike rides, and other outdoor activities, fostering a love for the natural world and promoting a healthy, active lifestyle. This balance between intellectual pursuits and physical engagement contributes to Louis's well-rounded lifestyle. He is not only encouraged to explore his academic interests, but also to appreciate the beauty of the outdoors and the importance of physical activity. As for his career aspirations, it is still too early to pinpoint the exact direction Louis may take in the future. However, considering the supportive and enriching environment provided by his upbringing, he possesses the potential to explore a multitude of paths. Whether he chooses to follow in his mother's footsteps in the entertainment sector or ventures into other fields that capture his interest, it is clear that Louis is equipped with the qualities and skills necessary to succeed in whatever he decides to pursue. Sandra has articulated her unwavering support for her children's aspirations and ambitions, indicating that Louis's future career decisions are certainly noteworthy. When discussing the challenges associated with raising adolescents, Sandra Bullock has expressed that her parenting approach has been instrumental in nurturing Louis and Layla to become kind, compassionate individuals who are cognizant of their surroundings. She has highlighted the significance of diversity and inclusion within her family, particularly as Louis identifies as African American. Sandra has taken deliberate steps to foster a robust sense of identity and appreciation for his heritage. Although Louis has not yet made any public career decisions, his future is rife with potential. Given his reflective nature and inquisitiveness, it is likely that he will gravitate towards fields that enable him to engage with the world on a deeper level. Regardless of whether he opts for a career in science or the arts, it is evident that Louis has been provided with the necessary tools for a successful life. With Sandra Bullock as his mother, he is assured of the guidance and support required to pursue any path that ignites his passion. Additionally, there remains the possibility that he may explore opportunities in the entertainment industry, following in the footsteps of other children of celebrities. For the time being, Louis is concentrating on his education and savoring his teenage years away from public scrutiny. You might be wondering how Louis ended up with Sandra Bullock considering their skin color different. Well, stay tuned as we are about to reveal the most important thing about Louis's life. How Louis becomes Sandra Bullock's son. Sandra Bullock's path to motherhood through adoption was initiated by a deep-seated aspiration to create a family and provide a nurturing environment for a child in need. In 2010, Hurricane Katrina caused widespread devastation, displacing numerous families and leaving many children orphaned. This tragic event miraculously linked Bullock to a child named Louie, who might have otherwise faced a very different future. Despite her successful acting career, Bullock had always yearned for the experience of motherhood, and she felt that adoption was the most suitable avenue for her. In a 2012 interview with Parenting magazine, she articulated that her decision to adopt was something she had always felt destined to pursue, stating that motherhood was something she felt deeply about for years before it came to reality. Her journey began in 2010, while she was still married to Jesse James, a time marked by both anticipation and personal challenges. Bullock and James initiated the adoption process together, and in January 2010, they welcomed a newborn boy, Louie Bullock from New Orleans, into their family. However, just months later, their marriage was rocked by a scandal involving James's infidelity, which proved to be devastating for Bullock. Consequently, divorce became an increasingly likely outcome for the couple, occurring at a particularly inopportune moment in their lives. Upon the public revelation of the news, the adoption process became increasingly complex and emotionally taxing for Bullock. She found herself overwhelmed with a multitude of questions for which she had no answers. As if this were not enough, she had to navigate the adoption of Louie as a single parent. In an interview with People magazine, she reflected on how her life transformed dramatically overnight, stating that she had to learn to process her grief while simultaneously ensuring that Louis remained unaffected by the surrounding turmoil. Nevertheless, Bullock was resolute in her commitment to proceed with the adoption independently, despite the numerous challenges she faced. She articulated a profound and immediate connection with Louie, recalling that she recognized him as her son the instant she laid eyes on him. Her love and dedication to him were unwavering, even amidst her personal struggles. In a heartfelt interview with CBS Sunday Morning, she remarked on the overwhelming events that had transpired, emphasizing her responsibility to Louis and her desire not to let her grief impact his life, particularly as he was a newborn who would absorb everything around him. The adoption of baby Louis was officially completed in the late 2010. Had the circumstances been different, particularly if she had been in a relationship with someone else, she might have reconsidered her decision to adopt him, especially given that she had recently divorced the man with whom she had initially planned the adoption. This situation would have labeled her as a single mother, a designation that has historically not been viewed favorably. In a 2013 interview with British Vogue, she articulated the profound impact Louis had on her life. She emphasized that motherhood infused her life with renewed significance, despite facing challenges, particularly as she had no prior experience in caring for an infant. Over time, the bond between Sandra and Louis deepened, leading her to reflect that her choice to pursue the adoption amidst the difficulties of her divorce was ultimately the most beneficial decision she could have made, as the experience made her stronger, braver, and more capable than she had ever imagined. One might assume that after such an experience, she would refrain from pursuing adoption again. However, her prior involvement with Louie facilitated another opportunity in 2015 when she welcomed her daughter Layla into the family. This decision can be interpreted as a desire to enlarge her family, given her resources, while also providing Louie with a sibling to prevent him from growing up as an only child. This choice has proven beneficial for Sandra in numerous ways. Furthermore, she has emerged as a significant advocate for adoption, and her journey as a single parent has empowered other women who may be hesitant to consider a similar path due to various concerns. Now let's take a look at how Louis survived his early years with Sandra Bullock. Louis's life after adoption. Sandra Bullock's initial years with her son Louis exemplified a commendable dedication to harmonizing her responsibilities as a mother with her professional aspirations, all while diligently safeguarding his privacy. Following her adoption of Louis in 2010, Bullock redirected her attention towards creating a stable and nurturing environment for him, despite being at the zenith of her career, having recently secured significant roles in films such as Gravity and The Heat. She made intentional efforts to prioritize her maternal responsibilities, expressing in various interviews that motherhood represented the most fulfilling aspect of her life, even eclipsing her achievements in the film industry. Initially, Bullock took great care to keep Louis largely out of the public eye, driven by a strong desire to protect his formative years. She consciously refrained from exposing him to media scrutiny, recognizing the critical importance of providing him with a good childhood, free from the pressures of fame. In a recent interview, Bullock revealed that her son Louis, at the tender age of 6, persuaded her to decline a film role. While such an occurrence may not be typical among other individuals, it underscores the profound connection they share and his perceptive understanding of her professional choices. Bullock has often remarked on Louis's exceptional wisdom, frequently characterizing him as possessing an old soul. As a busy actress, well-versed in her craft, she could have easily opted for a single child without facing criticism. However, she demonstrated thoughtfulness as a mother, recognizing the potential loneliness Louis might experience during her filming commitments. In 2015, Bullock chose to expand her family by adopting a daughter, Layla. Just like Louis, who was 3 at the time of his adoption, Layla was also 3 when she joined the family. Both children were adopted from Louisiana, and their relationship quickly flourished. Bullock has described Louis and Layla as complementary siblings, with Louis embodying wisdom and thoughtfulness, while Layla is characterized by her energetic and fearless nature. The journey to adopt Layla was not without challenges. A paparazzi incident nearly jeopardized the process. Nevertheless, Bullock's determination ultimately led to the successful completion of the adoption. Before going further, it is important to know what inspired Bullock to embrace motherhood. A glimpse into Sandra Bullock's life. Sandra Bullock's professional trajectory and personal experiences have been intricately intertwined, particularly in recent years as she has prioritized her family life. Renowned for her remarkable versatility as an actress, Bullock gained prominence in the 1990s with major hits such as Speed in 1994 and While You Were Sleeping in 1995. Her career continued to thrive with critically acclaimed performances in films like Miss Congeniality in 2002 and The Blind Side in 2009. Bullock's resilience became evident as her career advanced, especially following her highly publicized divorce from Jesse James in 2010. After the dissolution of her marriage, she adopted her first child, Louie, and welcomed her daughter, Layla, 5 years later. Since her divorce, Bullock has largely kept her romantic life private, although she has been in a long-term relationship with photographer Brian Randall since 2015. Despite their low-key lifestyle, Bullock has portrayed Randall as a supportive partner and a significant presence in the upbringing of her children until his passing. At some point in Bullock's life, there were speculations about her choice of adoption. Many people had a lot to talk about her, but with the next revelation, you'll know why she opted to adopt black children. Why did Sandra Bullock adopt black children? Individuals frequently approach her with personal inquiries, such as whether she is the mother of her children and why she does not share their racial background. While this may seem amusing, it raises significant issues. As a white actress, Sandra Bullock encounters a range of often absurd questions stemming from her decision to adopt black children. Her role as the mother of Louis and Layla has elicited various public reactions and speculations over time. Many have questioned why Bullock, a white actress, opted to adopt children of a different race. In her interviews, Bullock has clarified that her choice was motivated by love and the desire to offer a nurturing and stable environment for children in need, rather than by considerations of race. She has stressed that her bond with her children developed organically, with race playing no role in her adoption aspirations. Furthermore, Bullock has candidly discussed the lengthy and challenging nature of the adoption process, yet she has expressed that her emotional connection with her children was immediate and profound. She recounts the immediate connection she felt with Louie, whom she adopted from New Orleans in 2010. When it came to adopting her daughter Layla in 2015, Bullock expressed that her family felt incomplete until Layla became a part of it. Essentially, her decision was motivated by a profound desire to embrace motherhood and to offer a nurturing home to children in need, irrespective of their racial background. Nevertheless, her choice to adopt black children has sparked speculation and criticism, with some people questioning whether such adoptions serve as a means for celebrities to attract attention or to make a social statement. Although Bullock has maintained a largely private personal life, she has publicly advocated for transracial adoption, emphasizing that the well-being of the child is paramount, rather than the race of either the parent or the child. She has staunchly defended her family, asserting that her children are her utmost priority, and that she has diligently worked to create a stable and loving environment for them. In November 2021, Sandra Bullock participated in a candid discussion with Jada Pinkett Smith on the show Red Table Talk. During this episode, Bullock shared her experiences as a mother to her two black children, Louis and Layla. The conversation provided her with a platform to address the complexities and challenges she faces as a white woman raising black children in the United States. A central theme of Bullock's narrative was the racial inequalities present in society, emphasizing the necessity for her to educate herself about the realities her children would encounter as they grew up. She acknowledged her tendency to be overly protective, recognizing that society perceives her children through a different lens due to their race. Bullock expressed her concerns regarding the potential differential treatment her children might experience, particularly in interactions with law enforcement. In a significant moment, she articulated her shared maternal feelings with mothers of color, noting that while the mother-child bond remains universal, the societal issues they must confront differ significantly based on skin color. Jada Pinkett Smith, along with co-hosts Adrienne Banfield Norris and Willow Smith, underscored the importance of this dialogue, highlighting the need for understanding and advocacy for black children within a biased system. Bullock also reflected on how her children, Louie and Layla, have heightened her awareness of her own privilege and illuminated the challenges associated with raising black children in a predominantly white environment. She expressed her appreciation for the lessons they have imparted regarding love, identity, and empathy. Sandra Bullock hides her children from public scrutiny. The pursuit of capturing images of celebrities and their offspring constitutes the primary vocation of paparazzi and media organizations. However, Sandra Bullock has consistently expressed her disapproval of this practice, understanding that the presence of cameras and media can detrimentally affect children by depriving them of a carefree childhood. As a result, she has made a concerted effort to raise her children, Louie and Layla, away from public scrutiny. Bullock's commitment to shielding her family from media attention became particularly evident following when she adopted Louie. She has been seen as a mother willing to go to great lengths to prevent her children from being photographed. Acknowledging the challenges associated with fame, Bullock aims to provide Louis and Layla with an upbringing free from the overwhelming pressures that accompany constant public visibility. In her endeavor to maintain Louie's childhood as private as possible, she has disclosed very little information regarding their daily lives. She deliberately restricts her children's exposure to Hollywood events, permitting them to appear in public only under carefully managed conditions. Bullock has expressed that her children, Louis and Layla, are her foremost priorities, emphasizing that their well-being takes precedence over her professional aspirations. Furthermore, Bullock has openly acknowledged the significant impact Louis has had on her life, often articulating how motherhood has reshaped her priorities, instilling in her a deeper sense of purpose and joy. In a 2018 interview with InStyle, she articulated her realization that her true calling was not to be a movie star, but rather to embrace the role of a mother. Bullock characterized Louie as possessing wisdom beyond his years, noting his remarkable sensitivity from a young age. She attributes to him a fresh perspective on life, which has enabled her to concentrate on what truly matters. In another interview, she elaborated on her profound bond with Louie, highlighting their mutual understanding. She remarked that Louie comprehends her, and their relationship has facilitated her redefinition of motherhood and femininity within the context of Hollywood. The individual in question articulated that her primary objective as a parent is to create a stable and secure environment for her son and daughter, Layla. Although Bullock has predominantly kept Louie away from the public eye, there have been a few significant instances where he has accompanied her to various events. One notable occasion occurred in 2015, when Bullock brought Louie to the premiere of Minions, marking a rare appearance for the two on the red carpet. Bullock's protective instincts were clearly on display as she held Louis's hand, ensuring he felt at ease in the highly publicized setting. Another instance took place at the 2018 People's Choice Awards, where Louis joined Bullock as she received the award for Favorite Movie Actress. While he did not walk the red carpet, Louis was seen in the audience, offering his support to his mother. These instances provide insight into Bullock's meticulous strategy of managing her public image while fulfilling her responsibilities as a mother, allowing her children to engage in select events on their own terms. With the way Sandra has tried to keep Louis away from the spotlight, everyone is concerned about what his life looks like. Let's explore deeper about this. Unknown facts about Louis. Over the years, Sandra Bullock has offered numerous insights into her son Louis's character. When asked about Louis, she speaks of him with deep admiration and affection. Bullock characterizes Louis as thoughtful, compassionate, and wise beyond his years. In a 2018 interview with InStyle, she remarked that Louis is the most thoughtful person she knows, and that he's wise and kind, which made her very fortunate to be his mom. She also noted that Louis possesses a calm and grounded demeanor, which she attributes to helping her maintain focus. Bullock has described his remarkable ability to perceive emotions and comprehend situations, often providing solace during her moments of stress or overwhelm. In a conversation with Hoda Kotb on The Today Show, Bullock recounted a touching moment when Louis comforted her during a difficult time by assuring her that he will always be with her. She emphasized that this was just one example of Louis's empathetic nature. While one might be curious about Louis's interests, given his upbringing, Bullock has chosen to keep many details about his hobbies private to protect his privacy. Sandra Bullock has articulated her son Louis's enthusiasm for creative endeavors, highlighting his interests in art, music, and construction. This inclination underscores his passion for creativity and hands-on projects. Bullock has noted that Louis is particularly captivated by the process of building and creating, whether it involves assembling structures with Legos or developing imaginative projects. In her discussions with the media, she has emphasized that Louis is constantly generating new ideas and thinking ahead. Bullock has actively fostered this creativity by allowing him the freedom to explore his interests without constraints. She has expressed a desire for her children to feel liberated in their self-expression, and Louis's affinity for creativity is a significant aspect of that freedom. As a public figure, Bullock adheres to a distinct parenting philosophy that has contributed to Louis's development into a kind and empathetic individual. Her approach centers on nurturing independence, creativity, and compassion within her children. In various interviews, she has conveyed her commitment to raising her children to be fundamentally good people. Bullock aims for Louis and his sister Layla to appreciate the values of compassion, forgiveness, and diligence. Furthermore, She has candidly discussed the challenges of single motherhood while managing her career. In an interview with USA Today, she articulated her aspiration for her children to be self-sufficient and resilient, instilling in them the belief that they can achieve anything they set their minds to. Bullock has also shared her encouragement for Louie to follow his passions and make independent choices, thereby cultivating a sense of autonomy from an early age. Now, let's explore how the presence of Louie and Layla affected the activist part of Sandra's life the more. Sandra's life as an activist. It is quite common to question the extent to which individuals like Sandra Bullock contribute to societal well-being. In an era where celebrity influence is often scrutinized, Bullock stands out not only for her impressive career in the film industry, but also for her significant philanthropic efforts. Her notable history of charitable engagement highlights her commitment to making a positive impact, particularly in areas concerning children's education and disaster relief. Bullock's advocacy extends far beyond the realm of mere celebrity endorsement. It is deeply rooted in her personal experiences and values. For instance, her passionate support for adoption is not just a public relations strategy, but a reflection of her own journey as an adoptive mother. This personal connection has driven her to become an outspoken advocate for children in need, emphasizing the importance of stable and loving homes for those who may not have them. Her charitable endeavors are integral to her legacy, complementing her accomplishments in the film industry. Bullock has made substantial financial contributions to various organizations, demonstrating her commitment to social causes. One of the most notable examples of her philanthropy is her support for the American Red Cross. Following significant natural disasters, such as Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and the devastating earthquake in Haiti in 2010, Bullock stepped up to provide aid, donating large sums to help those affected. Her contributions have not only provided immediate relief, but have also helped to rebuild communities and restore hope to countless individuals. In addition to disaster relief, Bullock actively supports initiatives aimed at enhancing educational opportunities for children. She has discreetly backed charities like Kindred Life, which focuses on assisting foster children and ensuring they have access to the resources and support they need to thrive. Her commitment to improving educational resources for underprivileged youth is particularly noteworthy, as she recognizes the transformative power of education in breaking the cycle of poverty and providing children with a brighter future. Bullock's journey as an adoptive mother has significantly shaped her philanthropic focus. Her personal experiences have heightened her awareness of the challenges faced by children in the foster care system and those in need of stable educational environments. This understanding fuels her dedication to advocating for policies and programs that support these vulnerable populations, ensuring that they have the opportunities they deserve. She has actively participated in various organizations dedicated to improving the lives of children in foster care, tirelessly championing reforms in the foster and adoption systems. Her commitment to this cause is not merely a side project, it is a central aspect of her life's work. Bullock's impact extends far beyond the realm of Hollywood, as her prominent platform enables her to advocate for meaningful change and to shine a light on critical issues that affect children and marginalized communities. Through her efforts, she raises awareness about the challenges faced by children in the foster care system, including instability, lack of resources, and the emotional toll of displacement. She collaborates with other advocates, policymakers, and organizations to push for legislative reforms that aim to create a more equitable and supportive environment for these vulnerable children. Like fellow advocates Louis and Layla, she persistently employs her voice and resources to promote a more inclusive and compassionate world for future generations. Whether through public speaking engagements, fundraising initiatives, or social media campaigns, Bullock uses her influence to inspire others to join the fight for social justice. Her dedication serves as a powerful reminder that everyone has a role to play in creating a better future, and she encourages others to take action, fostering a sense of community and shared responsibility. In doing so, she not only uplifts the voices of those who are often overlooked, but also cultivates a culture of empathy and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.